So hello, and welcome to Truth You Can Wake Up To. I'm Samuel William, and it's the 5th of February 2012. So, I think I might be crazy, because I think we're being brainwashed. It's a crazy idea, us being brainwashed and hypnotised, isn't it? Or is it? I came across the other day a very interesting document. It's called Brainwashing, subtitle The Sovietization of America. And it's all about something called psychopolitics. And it's about hypnosis, it's about obedience and stuff like that. And quite terrifying, to be honest. But I want to just share with you a few of the major points that it's making. Now, it repeats in here again and again that hypnosis is not what it is generally perceived to be. It is, in fact, just about being believed. So it's not about all of these sort of things about pretending to be a dog. You think you're naked and you're in front of everybody like we see on the stage. No, it's just about telling people lies to affect them. Once they believe the lie, they are under a form of hypnosis. Now, of course, I'll show a picture of Barack Obama at this point. Change you can believe in. And, look at how many people did believe him. Look how many people were fooled. And look how many people actually are now starting to snap out of that very, very delicate and intricate form of hypnosis that he managed to conjure throughout the United States a few years back. Of course, if you ask, average Joe, are you hypnotized right now? Are there subliminal messages in your head? Do they get activated when you go onto a high street and see this flickering sign or see a special formulation of colors? And this implanted suggestion comes to the surface and you start dealing out money to every shop you see. Are you hypnotized? Of course he's going to say no. But if you go to a stage hypnotist and they hypnotize somebody, put them in a state, put a hypnotic suggestion in there, and then wake them up, and then ask them, do you have a hypnotic suggestion in there? Guess what they're going to say? They're going to say, no, I don't. But of course he just clicks his fingers and he just starts performing some crazy activity that would normally never do. Now, of course, the idea is that sort of thing isn't supposed to happen. And in fact, in this brainwashing manual, the Russian Art of Brainwashing, it actually talks about that. It reads, "It is in the interest of psychopolitics that a population be told that a hypnotized person will not do anything against their actual will. They will not commit immoral acts, and they will not act as to endanger themselves." While this may be true of light parlour hypnotism, it is certainly not true of commands implanted with the use of electric shock, drugs, or heavy punishment. The operative counts heavily on the general public's faith in the more benign perception of hypnotic power, or if it were to be generally known that individuals would obey commands harmful to themselves and would commit immoral acts while under the influence of deep hypnotic commands, then the acts of many people working unknowingly in favour of communism would be too well understood. People acting under the deep hypnotic commands should be acting apparently of their own volition and out of their own convictions. And it continues, the entire subject of psychopolitical hypnosis depends for its defence upon the continuous insistence on the part of the authoritative sources that such things are not possible. So I think that spells it out pretty clearly there. But what about ourselves? What is the possibility that us, ourselves, you, I, everyone else is undergoing hypnotism? Well, it's actually not a crazy idea. In fact, if you look up hypnosis in the dictionary, it will tell you this. Hypnosis is an artificially induced altered state of consciousness characterized by heightened suggestibility and receptivity to direction. Now, an altered state of consciousness. That could be anything, really, couldn't it? Could be drunk. Could be, of course, sitting in front of the television. I think most of us will be aware that you go into a special state, called the alpha state, when you sit in front of a television, in as little as 5 or 10 minutes, which means you're more suggestible. They use that language when talking about this effect TV has. And, of course, in the dictionary definition here, it says hypnosis is characterized by heightened suggestibility. Of course, that's what we have with advertising. They rely on heightened suggestibility for advertising. Now, if you can continue in the old dictionary here, and you go to brainwashing, it has 2 definitions, but the second definition is perhaps the most interesting, because even in the dictionary, brainwashing is described as the application of a concentrated means of persuasion. That sounds a little bit like advertising, doesn't it? Concentrated into tiny little bits, persuading us. So the application of a concentrated means of persuasion, such as an advertising campaign or repeated suggestion. Now, we all know that advertising campaigns repeat themselves. How often have we seen the same adverts again and again? But worryingly, and this is how it ties into this Russian document about brainwashing, is that it's not just direction towards other products that are being foisted upon us in various advertisements. It is, in fact, other things too. Now, just check out this advert from a very well-known fast food restaurant.
And I would do anything for love. I'd run right into hell and back. I would do anything for love.
Big Mac.
Combo ولا ساندويتش؟
Sandwich.
كومبو.
كله إلا الكومبو اللي بتحبه.
Terrifying, wasn't it? Absolutely terrifying. And based on the ideas of some of the leading scientists in conditioning, people like Pavlov, that we've all heard of. Of course, he experimented famously on dogs, but not so famously, he experimented on children. If you watch that advert and go to McDonald's and eat the food, you are buying in to the suggestion, you're buying in to the hypnosis and subconsciously accepting that suggestion of selfishness. And we wonder why society is going the way that it is. So I'll put the link to the PDF of the Soviet Art of Brainwashing. It is a very, very difficult document to find indeed, but I'll provide that to you. And do have a look. Pretty terrifying reading indeed, and it really, really echoes some of the things that are going on in the world at the moment. So until next time, I've been Samuel William, and this has been Truth You Can Wake Up To.